Happy Friday.
Yes, it is.
Woot!
It is a good Friday.
It's funny, the weather is nice. Like everything is it's an oddly nice day.
It's nice and sunny. It is, it's air conditioned in my kitchen.
Actually, I'm going to change that because we get the sound really loud.
Yeah, I put it on super boost or whatever it's called.
It is amazing now. Hey, Monica. Made it live today. Wow.
Hey.
The air conditioning here, it has a super jet mode. So if you put those on really very fast, this whole house is cool. Like in moments. It is absolutely amazing how fast it is. So it is one of the pluses of having the inverters, I guess. So yeah,
and this brand might have been, it's LG.
It's a dual inverter system, so it uses less electricity when it goes on.
Great.
And we do need air conditioners, sadly. That was an interesting thing I saw in Canada this year, was how many people had air conditioning as part of their house now. Which is funny because how many days do you need it in Canada? Once? Twice? Maybe 3 times a year? So I thought that was very interesting.
Don't forget, Canadian houses are sealed up a lot better than ours are, so they don't really get the airflow. And
Yep. Hello, Estelle. It is an odd thing to see a place that is as cold as Canada need AC. Here, when you see it's like 32 degrees, it'll say, feels like 407. You need the air conditioning then. But up in Canada, I just open your windows because that will make your place very cold, especially at night time.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people do. Look what my mom used to do or does. She would leave all her windows open at night, and then in the morning when the temperature starts to even out, then she closes it so it stays cooler in the house.
See, Lori, look at that. We put in air and used it 3 times. Just what I said.
Hey.
Yeah, it is funny. But did you get used to air conditioning in Mexico? I don't know. Because it is nice. Air conditioning is nice in Mexico. It has really made our house livable year-round. Because normally this time of year...
Except for I have a little wimpy friend that came over last night. Oh, I've got goosebumps. I'm so cold.
She had to have a blanket on in the house. And I mean...
She was drinking, though, she drinks white wine and she puts ice in it. So, it keeps it cold and waters it down and blah, blah, blah.
And she was sitting directly in front of the AC.
I should just tell her to sit on the other side of the couch.
That would have been fantastic.
Next time I will. She always sits in that seat. That's kind of her seat when she gets here.
We've got a label for her seat.
Yeah, I'll tell her to move. Move your skinny butt.
Yeah, and I think we need to get glass for that table.
Yes.
We have this table and it's got ridges, and it's funny because people they're like drinking wine. Hey, I'll just put it right here and
but even water
it falls over.
Everything does.
So if we get glass for it, and it's like 4 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, it's a big
table, and the reason it's big is because the couch is big.
Yeah. So did a little bit more planning for our trip to Mexico City and Oaxaca. Getting very excited.
Why our friend was over last night.
We were looking at a few other things.
And they're both loud. She's loud and Christie gets louder, and they're both, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I gotta leave.
It's not quite that bad. Yes, and then my sweet husband made me coffee last night, got it all prepared. And I get up this morning and I'm like, first of all, there was only a half a pot. And then I'm seeing that there's been some that spilled. And then I'm looking in the coffee pot and there's a bunch of coffee grinds. And I'm like, he forgot to put the lid on the carafe. And so, the lid on the carafe, most of them have a little raised spot, so it hits that lever. So when the coffee is pouring,
she's an engineer. She's talking engineering terms. Keep going. I'm excited.
Oh. Anyways, coffee is interesting this morning. It's not as hot as it should be. It's a little thick.
Smooth. It's smooth though. I mean, I like the taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
I put McGee in it and the salt and the vanilla, but it tastes good. So, did you guys have coffee this morning? Did you need air conditioning this morning? Is it snowing where you are? Because for Canadians, it can snow now. So tell us.
It could snow any day.
It could snow yesterday.
And what are your weekend plans? We have
Sunday.
Well, first of all, today we have the girls coming over. Our girls, the grand girls.
That's after 4.
This afternoon, yes, and they are. Can John still eat bacon? Is that English?
I don't know, Estelle.
Eat? Are you saying eat bacon? Yes, John eats bacon.
Love bacon.
He's not a practicing Jew.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's tonight, and then tomorrow.
But today's a busy day also.
We have a show. We have
Rat. Eat. There we go. Finally. Estelle, it's not a good idea to drink in the morning. We keep telling you that.
You're a brat.
It's not true. We've never told her that.
Have AC running from May to November. AC. I'm like,
yeah, well, that's good. I mean, that's good. You need it.
Ours is kind of opposite. November to May.
No.
Oh, no.
No, it's May to November. Probably July to November.
July, August, even.
Yeah. So we're excited, although we really are using a lot of our electricity. I mean, a lot-ish. I think we're down to a store of 2,700 kilowatts. So I find every day we're using maybe an extra 10 over and above. Brewery on Saturday. So Estelle's going to the brewery on Saturday.
I like the brewery. You're talking these guys over here. I think that Steve's group plays on Saturday nights.
Captain Steve is how I originally knew of him.
Yeah.
And now he's drummer Steve, I believe. He's a drummer, right?
What do they call their band again?
I don't know.
The Remedy. The Remedy.
See, the Remedy is also alcohol.
Tequila.
Yeah, tequila.
Fixes everything.
It is. If you go to the doctors in Mexico, you have a cough, you have anything, they're like, this is no problem, just tequila. Tequila makes it better.
So it's interesting.
Watermelon margaritas beginning at 5 today. That sounds good.
Oops.
Last time I had margaritas, the watermelon margaritas, Christie got very angry with me. She told me to go over to our friends and John, just start drinking. Have fun. So then she comes with the kids. And then obviously...
Just one kid, but I had everything because he brought nothing with him. Nothing with him.
I was in no position.
He could have brought it when you left. You could have brought all that crap.
You never said to.
Well, you should have thought about it.
Yeah, I should have been psychic.
No, you should have been...
This is the problem with wives.
You should have been human and thought, oh, Christie's going to have a baby and her floaty and the towels and her food.
And if any of you know me, you know how often I drink. I've only been drunk maybe 4 times since Taylor was born. The night of Taylor's birth was the first time in 30 years that I'd been drunk. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know if you know that story. So that night I just decided...
Sure you want to tell it? It's very embarrassing for
we go to Esquina 22. There's a couple of our friends are there and people that were kind of like, I've never seen John like this before. So we went to our office, had a little bit of a party, and I'd stopped drinking. But when we went to bed that night, alcohol gives you a very firm sleep at the beginning. So Christie...
Very firm sleep.
Christie, gone. She just kept drinking right to the end. And I turned my phone off and Zach tried calling. So finally at 5 o'clock, we answered the phone. Zach's like, where have you guys been? I've been trying to call for hours. Your grandparents. And like instantly I'm like, okay, I can drive now.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. So yeah, it was first time in 30 years. And that's the night that Taylor decides to be born.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun. I think, drinking is interesting, though. Like Christie, she's got a liver of stainless steel and doesn't really get hangovers or anything. And I don't think I get hangovers. But then again, Lynn has that remedy. You're supposed to take 2 ibuprofens and an anti-allergy pill, but like specifically the pink one.
Yeah, it's because it's like a Gravol.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
very strange. And then you wake up in the morning and what's wrong with it?
I don't like the way it tastes and it's not hot.
Oh my. So now we're going to have to redo coffee all over again. No, you're done for today?
I had 1 cup already this morning.
Wow.
It's just not hot enough. I like my coffee really hot.
If we had a microwave. We have not had a microwave.
Yeah, you don't microwave coffee. That's just wrong. Hey, Mom.
Yeah, it kind of is. So the reason we don't have microwaves is because the electricity can be 100 volts to 150 volts here. That's not unusual. We had 154 volts at our house, this house that we're in right now. And we've lost 3 microwaves from the electricity since
not
we
in
moved
this
to Mexico.
house. Not in this house. We haven't had one. We probably haven't had a microwave for like 8 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and I eat food cold, and Christie's like,
yeah, it's kind of gross. Like
she doesn't like it, but I'm like, oh, whatever. So now we do have. You can see a toaster oven, just a little one, and it heats up stuff for Taylor.
It's very blurry. No, but it's really handy actually. When Shuita came over the other day, she heated up her pork chop in there, and it's actually a pretty good, powerful little guy for being so small. That was the one that we bought for
it's like
the office, right?
$60, $60.
Yeah,
1,200 pesos, 1,100 pesos. That's it.
Yes, Clem, it is a great day here. It is absolutely a great day. I was messaging with my mom this morning, and my brother, who has been out of work for a while, he got laid off when a lot of this stuff with COVID happened. He got a new job, and he's very excited. It's a good job and less travel than what he was doing before.
What is a good job?
Well, a good job is something that pays you what you want to make.
Yeah.
And
I haven't had a good job in 18, 19 years.
You've been your own boss, silly.
I know, but I don't know.
You haven't had a good boss, that's for sure.
It's true.
And then also, other good news with my mom is she's just waiting on the inspection and the financing clauses to be removed, and then she's got a deal on her house. It's very exciting.
Woot. Thank you, Wendy.
Very
she
exciting.
loves toaster ovens.
Yes, they're awesome. They're very convenient and quick.
That purse just keeps looking at me. Every time I look over there, it just keeps smiling.
I'll show you what he means.
Yeah, because Christie, Spencer, when he was in Mexico, we found this great leather place in the market in Guadalajara. They have a studio where they make these things. They're all handcrafted. Christie has purses made by them. But this one here, it's leather.
Yeah, it's actually a little backpack, but it does have straps to carry it as a purse. And it's tooled leather. Like this is, you can see.
The work on it is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And hand-painted and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my friend likes skulls and stuff, the one that was over last night. So she wanted to see this purse. She's not crazy about brown.
Is this
leather.
Over your shoulder or is this
It can be both. It's a backpack, but it also comes with a strap.
So yes,
it's
Monica, you are right. Being your own boss is the best.
Yes.
Period. Hands down.
My son bought a bunch of these to try to sell. He did a bunch of photos and everything.
But he's not really an entrepreneur per se.
I don't know. But anyway, sorry to reach over. But
yeah, so then now all I kept seeing was like this looking at
I'll turn it around, honey, so it doesn't look at you
Thank
anymore.
you. Now I just see the tool work, which is good.
It's very pretty.
A good job is when you wake up and look forward to going to work.
Yeah.
But you still have a boss. Well, and the boss tells you when you can have vacation and
not everybody can work for themselves. So don't be like that.
Yeah, no. I get it. It's just, oh man, I am actually unemployable now. Because anybody's like, hey, can you pick that up? I'm like, you pick it up. I'm my own boss.
Good morning, Luke. How are you this morning?
Now, if it's at my office and it's like, I clean up my office, I sweep the sidewalk, I do all that. But if it's somebody else, like, do it yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, anyways.
Are we going to open up our office again?
Well, eventually. I think it doesn't make sense. I mean, definitely not before we leave for Mexico City and Guadalajara. And I keep saying Guadalajara, but I mean Oaxaca.
So then our office will have been closed pretty much 9 months.
Yeah, so we're still working. We're just not working in. And Shirley uses it. She goes to the office every once in a while.
We paid rent for the full year.
We pay rent in advance. He gives us a discount.
For the year. So 3/4 of the year. Wow.
At least we still have a job and an office.
That is true. And people are still buying real estate.
Yeah.
It's still, I mean, it is absolutely crazy to me.
Don't go any further. Remember.
No, but that people are still buying real estate right now.
Yeah.
Morning, Marty.
Yeah.
It is just, it's crazy, and we love it. We appreciate it. But the smart people are buying now.
Yeah.
Because the truth is when the market starts again, it's going to be just as bad, if not worse, than last time. So now
what do you mean bad?
What do you mean?
You just said just as bad, if not worse.
What I mean is all the people here buying and buying.
Yeah, it'll be good for sellers.
It'll be good for sellers. But right now, it's a good time for buyers.
No, it's a seller's market still. There's lots of deals that are going to...
Let me explain here. They can see whatever they want right now without 12 people on it. Now, we've still had multiple offers on some properties on the lower price stuff. But over $400,000, it's a great time to buy right now because there's not a tremendous amount of people competing for that market.
I think we all want out of here, yeah.
Yep. See, Eva, you're right. It is a good point, Christie. We have no idea what the point is. Remember, you guys are 30 seconds.
I made a good point about at least we still had an office and a job.
That's a good point.
See, Eva was right.
Yep. And Wendy, I think we all want out of here. It is true. Especially in Canada, where your prime minister is now saying, I think we're going to keep this status quo until next summer. Are you freaking nuts? These people all have jobs, and these people that don't have jobs, I feel bad for them. And it's people with jobs that are paying for the people without jobs. I just want everybody working. Everybody work. Do your thing. Do your own thing. Start your own business. Now is the perfect time to start your own online business. Learn about, I don't remember the name, but there's a website that you can get and you can actually start selling things on it. It's kind of like Airbnb for people who sell. So it's a good system. So yeah, I think everybody needs to have their own business and start making their own money. And everybody needs a side hustle or 2 or 3 or 4, because that's how you build up your finances and pack your money away. For us, we spent all of our money with our kids. I mean, we had so little money, which was stupid, because had we been smart, we should have been buying Costco shares from the beginning. We would already be multi-gazillionaires if we would have started putting a small portion of our income into Costco shares. The guy who is the business partner of Warren Buffett, he's got 3 shares that he invests in. The company that they represent, which I can't remember the name of it.
You're all full of information. You can't remember anything.
These people know the answer. China's version of the same and Costco. Those are the 3 shares that he has all of his money in. Costco. That's crazy. But then I think how much I love Costco and how much Costco members love Costco. When I used to have to go business to business, I was marketing in Costco. I started in the cooler, in the freezers, which for me, was fun. Then I did security for a very little bit, and then they were smart enough to put me in marketing. And it was in marketing that I could actually go with people and start explaining why they needed to start spending their money on Costco. And in those days, to try and get people to justify spending money to shop in a place was very difficult. Now everybody gets it. Everybody gets it now. So yeah, it is. It's now a fun time to be a Costco person.
Watch that coffee taste out of my mouth.
The Costco in South Edmonton is one of the top Costcos in the world. Like it's in the top 10, top 20 many days. And that's in the entire world. That's crazy. When they built the new Costco, it was already something like 20% above capacity. When they opened the doors, it was already above capacity. So yeah, that's why there's so many Costcos.
And Manuel, good morning.
In Edmonton, so in Guadalajara, I think we've got 1 Costco. And that's 5 to 8 million people. In Edmonton, which is 1 million people, they've got 7 Costcos.
And there isn't even a Costco in Nayarit.
In Calgary, they've got less Costcos and more people.
Is there only 1 Costco in Guadalajara? I guess there must be. I don't know where the other one would be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So
Mexico City only has a handful also. They didn't have a ton
no.
when you look it up.
Now, Mexico City, we went to one of the Costco's there, and they have hard ice cream. Or they had. I mean, this is probably 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And people would be all in line for the Kirkland Signature hard ice cream stand. It was outside Costco. It was Costco branded. And we got an Uber that day. And as we're leaving, and we're talking to the Uber guy, and we're going forward at 60 kilometers an hour.
What did the ice cream have to do with it?
I don't know. I just liked the ice cream. I didn't have it, but it was nice to see a hard ice cream place. So we're starting to go, and we're going 60 kilometers an hour down the street. In front of us, there was headlights pointed straight at us, a taxi driver. And the taxi driver, because there was a traffic jam, decided to sneak in. And he's like, oh, this guy's coming out. I'm going to have to go in reverse at 60 kilometers an hour.
That was pretty wild.
So we're going forward at 60.
Towards the freeway.
He's going backwards at 60.
2 new Costco's in Calgary recently.
Holy crap. Yes, there's one on an Indian reservation in Calgary, which is, I think, one of the first Costco's they don't own. That's crazy. So, yeah, I think that's going to be interesting.
Well, and then Costco also opened up recently, since our last visit there, on
the business services.
Well, they have a business services Costco, but they also have that one by the Duke, by the airport.
Yeah.
There's that one there.
Yeah, which is great. In Nisku, I guess. It's kind of where it is.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any in the East Coast in the U.S. Oh, there's Costco's. Chicago. I'm pretty sure that's the East Coast. Maybe not. Maybe that's the Midwest. So I don't know, actually, now that you say that.
Chicago's on the coast. It's not on the Midwest. It's not the Midwest, though, is it?
I'm pretty sure Chicago is considered the Midwest.
Really?
Somebody tell us. You're American, you know.
Estelle will know. She's from the East Coast.
Yeah.
She'll know what's East Coast and what's not.
Yeah. And apparently IKEA is opening in Guadalajara or Mexico City, one of the two.
Mexico City, and I should check and see if it's open.
Yes.
Midwest.
Thank you, Eva. So, yeah, I love Chicago. It was interesting when Chicago, because I think Chicago was the first Costco to sell caskets. And I worked at Costco when this happened. And there was like 3 or 4 of them in Chicago that were selling caskets. And now when you see every weekend, there's people that die from gun violence there.
Yeah, you can see why Costco's making a fortune. That's all
why
they have to sell.
It's like, that's no problem, Mama. We're just going to go to Costco and get us a casket for this guy that died.
That's dark.
It is very dark. And we have a friend that lives in Chicago, and yeah, she paints everything black. Her house is black.
That doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with Costco and
it's very weird.
Caskets.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know why my dog's barking.
No. So if you know on the East Coast, if there are any Costco's, it's so weird. So originally Price Club, sorry, right by the Great Lakes. Yes, it's by the Great Lakes, but I think it's considered the Midwest. But yes, I guess the coasts, there's got to be Costco's in Florida because it's kind of where people go and you save money on stuff. You can save money on anything at Costco. And if you go shop somewhere else, if you buy bananas for less, those are lost leaders. There's 100 items at regular grocery stores where they will sell less, and that's to get you through the door. But on everything else, they will hose you. Right?
Yeah.
You have no idea.
I wasn't listening.
Okay. Normal sampling, I used to hit there at lunchtime. I don't think anybody's sampling at Costco right now. Not fun stuff.
So,
yeah, there you go.
Hand sanitizer.
Toilet paper. Here, you want to try this? Just go in the bathroom and try it. Hello, Mother. Good morning to you. So, yeah, I think, Mom, do you know, are there any Costco's on the East Coast? Does anybody know?
Canada or the U.S. or both?
Both. She said on the East Coast. So I want to know.
Well, Estelle is American.
Yeah.
And she did say East Coast U.S.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, yes.
We need to hit a Costco in a big center. So in Vallarta, you don't get deals like you do in Mexico City. In Mexico City, they will actually clear stuff out. $5 or whatever for clothing or T-shirts or whatever. But in Vallarta, they don't. Not the same.
Not very often.
Not the same. And you should see when you go into the interior, they'll sell fireplaces, and they'll have like 10 fireplaces. 10 in Florida. Thanks, Eva. But yeah,
ask Uncle Google.
And winter coats. In those areas, they sell big winter coats because it gets colder there. And that's something we hadn't thought of because it's kind of winter time and we're going to be up in 7,000 feet in Mexico City.
Wintertime, it's October.
It's kind of getting close to wintertime.
Call it late fall.
So we're going to have to wear cooler clothes.
Cool, man.
Or warmer clothes for cooler weather.
Yes, that will be the best way to word it. Yeah, right now in Mexico City, the high is only getting up to 23 degrees. It's not very nice. Oaxaca's warmer, but...
Ouch. But it is at 7,000 feet, and I have a tough time breathing with all the pollution and the thin air. But we are going to be live, so we are going to show you Xochimilco, which is the boats on the water, Coyoacan. Now, what's up with, she said something was closed. Is something closed in Coyoacan, or is it the restaurants that's closed?
It's just a restaurant. Yep.
Okay.
Nothing.
Because we didn't go to the Olive Garden in Canada when we were there, but it sounds like we're going to hit an Olive Garden in Mexico City. I don't need to go to an Olive Garden, but because they've got tlayudas.
That's in Oaxaca.
In Oaxaca.
We're not going one in Oaxaca.
I will explain it. So it's like a tortilla about this big.
It's like a pizza.
They put on bean paste, and then they put on lettuce and avocados and meat and tomatoes, whatever you want, but it tastes like heaven. And that tortilla is cooked. So it's actually like crispy. It's like a tray. And typically you would get, well, it depends on the restaurant if you would get half or a full one. Yeah. But it is magical.
They're amazing.
Yeah. The food in Oaxaca, of all of the foods in the whole country, Oaxaca is my favorite, hands down. The mole, which is in Pueblo, is where it was created. But I think Oaxaca is kind of, it's like...
Yeah, Oaxaca does really good mole and chorizo.
And they sell chapulines. It's chapulines.
Chapulines.
Chapulines is grasshoppers. That
have kinds of cooked bugs.
Lots of bugs. And I like the bugs.
I will not be eating them. I'll film John eat them live, though.
I will eat grasshoppers for you. And just ignore the legs that stick out of your teeth. She loves that. What else will we be doing? It's just food. Food. And the people that we're going with don't.
No, it isn't not food.
It's the best food in Mexico.
Well, we're going to definitely eat. Good morning, Auntie Deanna. How are you?
Hello. So, yes.
Italian food is an enemy unless you get real Italian food straight from Italy.
That's true. With lots of olive oil and stuff like that on top. So that's true. Because here it is so carby and so terrible for you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not going to Italy, honey.
No.
Or Italian food. Well, except for Olive Garden, but that's not really Italian food either.
It isn't. But the thing is when you have that carbs, your body feels good. It releases chemicals like cocaine, crack, heroin, and then your body's like,
a lot like that.
I love lasagna so much. But then all of a sudden it's like, you can't walk anymore. And your kids are like, Grandpa, you're fat. She's never said that.
Yeah.
Yet. Did you say yet?
No, I wouldn't say something like that.
Yeah. So, honey, what do you have to say here?
I think it's time to go. We need to get a few things done.
We're getting a huge shipment of meat today. Burgers and chicken wings. And anything else? No. Huge. Like 3,000 pesos worth. Also, we're going to see a possible new listing in Nueva Vallarta. It is interior designers who've bought a house,
Peggy.
And they want us to sell it, which is grand.
Yeah.
And what else today? Well, the grandkids, and then you're going shopping into Vallarta?
No, that's happening on Sunday now. We decided to do it Sunday instead.
I never know what's happening on any given
You're on a
day.
need-to-know basis, and when you need to know, I'll let you know.
Thank you. So there we go. So we are done for today. We've talked about food. We haven't talked about
the other stuff. Which he did good today. I'm very proud of him.
But yeah, tomorrow or Monday, we will talk about the other stuff because the other stuff's important.
Tomorrow is Saturday, so I doubt it.
No, but on Monday we'll talk about the other
We'll
stuff.
see. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Anyways,
have a
thanks for joining us
fantastic
this morning, you guys.
And in the comments today, just let us know what you're doing this weekend. Even after we're done here, let us know what you were doing this weekend so we can ask you about it on Monday.
Well, if they let us know, we don't have to ask.
Why would you show them your shoulder?
Because I thought there was a bug.
And she wanted to show you the bug.
I wanted to show them the bug.
All right, guys. Adios. Have a fantastic weekend. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Wash your hands often. And that's it.
And touch your spouse's face.
No, not at all.